By his living example, the Bhagavan established the truth of spiritual marriage on the soul plane, even in this age of sensuality. He had a wife whom he always treated with reverence and whom he regarded as the manifestation of his divine mother. He never had any sex relation with her or with any woman on the physical plane. His wife, the Blessed Virgin, Sarada Devi, is still living like an embodiment of holy motherhood with innumerable spiritual children around her. She, in turn, has always regarded the Bhagavan as her Blessed Mother Divine in a human form. Up to the last moment of his earthly career, the Bhagavan was absolutely pure, chaste, and a perfect child of his Divine Mother of the universe. Furthermore, Ramakrishna uplifted the ideal of womanhood on the spiritual plane by accepting his first guru or spiritual instructor in a woman form. No other savior or spiritual leader has ever given such an honor to womanhood in the annals of religious history. The mission of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was to show by his living example how a truly spiritual man, being dead to the whole world of senses, can live on the spiritual plane of God consciousness. It was to prove that each individual soul is immortal and potentially divine. His mission was to establish harmony between religious sects and creeds. For the first time, it was absolutely demonstrated by Ramakrishna that all religions are like so many paths leading to the same goal. That the realization of the same Almighty Being is the highest ideal of Christianity, Mohammedanism, Judaism, Zoroastrianism, Hinduism, as well as of all other smaller religions of the world. Sri Ramakrishna's mission was to proclaim the eternal truth, that God is one but has many aspects, and that the same one is worshipped by different nations under various names and forms, that he is personal, impersonal, and beyond both, that he is with name and form and yet nameless and formless. His mission was to establish the worship of the Divine Mother, and thus to elevate the ideal of womanhood into divine motherhood. His mission was to show by his own example that true spirituality can be transmitted and that salvation can be obtained through the grace of a divine incarnation. His mission was to declare before the world that psychic powers and the power of healing are obstacles in the path of the attainment of God consciousness. His mission was to declare before the world that psychic powers and the power of healing are obstacles in the path of the attainment of God consciousness. His mission was to declare before the world that psychic powers and the power of healing are obstacles in the path of the attainment of God consciousness. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna possessed all those yoga powers, but he seldom exercised those powers, especially the power of healing diseases. Moreover, he always prevented his disciples from either seeking or exercising those powers. But one power which we have seen him frequently exercise was the divine power to transform the character of a sinner and to lift a worldly soul to the plane of superconsciousness by a single touch. He would take the sins of others upon his own shoulders and would purify them by transmitting his own spirituality and opening the spiritual eyes of his true followers. The days of prophecy have passed before our eyes. The manifestations of the divine powers of one who is worshipped today by thousands as the latest incarnation of divinity, we have witnessed with our eyes. Blessed are they who have seen him and touched his holy feet. May the glory of Sri Ramakrishna be felt by all nations of the earth. May his divine power be manifested in the earnest and sincere souls of his devotees of all countries in all ages to come. Is the prayer of his child and servant, Abhedananda.